they not slaves in Egypt?
Well, let me answer your other question.
Did the Most High say in the book?
Listen, real quick. You want to know something funny? I'm so glad you just asked the question that weren't they slaves in Egypt? And what were the slaves, the Israelite slaves in Egypt doing? They were building up their cities. That's somebody give me Exodus 1 and 11. So, no. What you're arguing is that in Isaiah 60, that when they build up our walls, that they're not slaves. You're on camera. I'm watching you.
Real quick, I want to deal with Isaiah 56, but you just said God is inclusive, right? Give me Exodus 12 and 43 real quick.
We're
going to read Isaiah 56 right after this, but I want to address what you said first, right? Because we agree God does not change, right? No, he doesn't. Okay, Exodus 12 and 43.
Look at Exodus chapter 12 and verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover.
These are the rules for the Passover.
There shall no stranger eat thereof.
So is that exclusive or inclusive when God said only non-Israelites cannot eat the Passover?
Well, what does it say in Numbers 15th chapter?
We'll get there, but let's get Isaiah 56.
Wait a minute. Numbers 15th chapter says if a stranger so wants to eat with the children of Israel, he says, as the homeborn does, as the Israelite does, so shall the stranger do.
Give me Psalm 69.
This is a law, and this is an ordinance forever.
Got you.
And so that is confirmed in the book of Isaiah 6 chapter. Let not the stranger say, behold, I am a dry tree. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, the Most High.
The Lord has utterly separated me from his people. You got it backwards. But you mentioned Numbers 15. And what's important to understand is context, right? So contextually, when you deal with a stranger that is as a homeborn, because notice that's very important language, one that is homeborn. So let's see what stranger is being referred to in Numbers 15, right? Give me Leviticus 25. You got Psalm 69? You give me Leviticus 25 and 35. Watch this, brother.
Leviticus 25 and 35. And if thy brother...
If thy what?
If thy brother...
If thy what?
If thy brother...
It says if your brother... Go ahead.
...be waxing poor and falling in decay with thee.
So let's say you got a brother, right? That's one of your own people. He's broke. He's down on his luck. And he's near you. Go ahead.
Then thou shalt relieve him.
Thou shalt relieve him. You're supposed to help him. What?
Yeah, though he be a stranger...
Though he what?
Be a stranger... or a sojourner, that he may live with thee.
So Israelites are called strangers in the Bible. That's important to understand, number one. Now we're going to get to Isaiah 56. Hold on, let me respond. You're saying no?
That's not the context.
What do you mean that's not the context? So what is the context?
Well, what happened when the children of Israel exited out of Egypt? There was not just the Israelites that exited, but it was the Canaanites. It was a lot of the African nations that departed with them, so it was a mixed multitude.
Okay, well, let's address all of that. Now, number one, you can't accuse me of reading something out of context and you not demonstrate the context. So what is the context of Leviticus 25? No, what is the context of Leviticus 25?
I don't understand what you mean.
What is the context of Leviticus, the chapter that we just read?
When you're talking about stranger, he is emphasizing those that are not Israelites.
Okay, so watch this. Give me Leviticus 25 and 35 again. Now, you hold Deuteronomy 23, because either what we're saying is correct or the Bible contradicts itself. And I'm going to demonstrate.
Well, I'm not saying that the Bible
No, I know you're not,
itself,
but you're contradicting the Bible. And I'm going to prove that. So watch this. Stay in Leviticus 25. So he's saying that this stranger right here that it says is our brother is a non-Israelite. But look what it continues on in saying. Go ahead.
Verse 36. Take down no usury of him.
So Leviticus 25, this stranger, it says you cannot take usury of him. Do you know what usury is? Usury is when you lend with interest.
When you're talking about the foreigner.
Right. So this one, this stranger, it says you cannot lend with usury, meaning you brother, you say, hey bro, I need $100. I'll pay you back Friday. When Friday comes, I don't get to say you owe me $200 now. No, I just have to give me $100. But a non-Israelite, I can lend him $100 and expect $100 million. That's but back to the point. It said that this stranger in Leviticus 25, you can't take usury of. Watch this. Deuteronomy 23 and 19.
Right up. Deuteronomy chapter 20.
Watch it. I got you. Just give me a second.
Deuteronomy 23 and 19.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother.
You can't lend upon usury to your brother.
Usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury.
But watch this.
Unto a stranger.
Unto what?
Unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury.
So wait a minute. Leviticus 25, it said that person that's a stranger, you cannot lend upon usury. But then in Deuteronomy 23, it says this stranger who is juxtaposed from your brother, you can lend upon usury. So what's going on right there, brother?
What does that have to do with the Most High making a covenant?
Hold on, brother. I'm going to explain. Because you mentioned the strangers. So I'm letting you know that there's two sets of strangers in the Bible.
That's right.
One who are Israelites that are not from Israel, like you mentioned about being homeborn, and one who are heathens.
That's right.
So that's important understanding. And that's going back to my point about you saying God is inclusive rather than exclusive. When God has a whole feast day where people that are non-Israelites cannot partake in. Now let's get Isaiah 56, because that's where this all stems from, right? Let's get Isaiah 56, and after that we're going to get Isaiah 60, and then get Isaiah chapter 2, because let's see what Isaiah 56 is even talking about, right? Isaiah 56, he asked us to start at verse 1. Go ahead.
We got Isaiah 56 from the top. Thus saith the Lord, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil.
Now verse 3 is his point. Watch this. Go ahead.
Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord hath utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenants, even unto them will I give in mine house, and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters.
That's regarding the eunuch, not the stranger. A eunuch is someone who doesn't have children.
No, it included
No,
the
it
stranger.
doesn't. It didn't say that. It said concerning the eunuch.
Read it again.
Let's read it. Go ahead.
Verse 4, thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs.
Unto the eunuch and the stranger.
Unto the eunuchs.
We're going to, but hold on. The point is, brother, the ones who are getting a name better than sons and daughters is the eunuch.
That's right.
Why are they getting a name better? Yes, it is. He just doesn't like the Bible. Go ahead.
It says, for thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenants, even unto them will I give in mine house, and within my walls a place and a name better than the sons and of the daughters.
That's the eunuch, not the stranger. Let's keep going.
It says, I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Also the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord, to serve him, and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants. Everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it and taking hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer.
Okay. You find that in the book of Ezekiel 47 chapter when the Most High, when the children of Israel were expelled out of Israel, and they were sitting by Shabar in the land of not the Chaldeans, but they were Nebuchadnezzar had exiled them. The Most High had gave Ezekiel a vision to tell the children of Israel about about the millennium period in which the children of Israel were going to go back into the land. He specified Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Naphtali, Joseph, and Benjamin. He says, when these individuals, when these tribes, when they inherit their land, he says, you shall set a portion aside for the stranger to bring up their families and their children. So the Most High is inclusive. When you go into the book of Acts 10, Acts 10.
Let's slow down. Let's just address what this is in Isaiah 56. I got you. Hold on, brother. Let me respond to what you said. So you're taking Isaiah 56 and what it's saying, and now saying that means Gentiles can now be a part of God's salvation. That's what you're attempting to do.
What I'm saying.
And I'm going to show you what the Bible is actually saying. So hold Isaiah 2, and let's hold this brother to his word. Now, brother, you're saying the stranger right there in Isaiah is a non-Israelite, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Let's just go 4 chapters later, Isaiah 60 in verse 10, and see what happens to the stranger in the kingdom of God that he admits is a non-Israelite. Read that.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 10. And the sons of the strangers,
The what?
the strangers shall build up thy walls.
It says the same strangers that he admits are non-Israelites are going to build up the walls of the Israelites. Go ahead.
And their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
The gates of Israel, the gates of Jerusalem are going to always be open. Why? Because we want everybody to come in and come worship God, and let's all love each other in ebony and ivory, or what?
They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The what?
The Gentiles.
The forces of the Gentiles, meaning their riches. Go ahead.
And that their kings may be brought.
For what?
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee.
That will not?
That will not serve thee shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
What happens if they don't serve Israel?
Shall perish.
Respond, brother. Go ahead.
So you really confirming what I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
So are they getting,
this
hold
is-
on, brother.
this is-
So,
wait a
hold on,
minute.
brother.
Wait,
Are
wait,
they
wait,
getting
wait.
salvation, or are they going into slavery?
Well, no, it didn't stipulate that did it say kings? So these
No, 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 no.
individuals,
It said the
so
nation, brother.
these individuals will still be in power at the return of the
No,
Mashiach.
no. Let's slow this down, brother.
Then if
Slow
that is
down.
not the case,
Slow
if that
down,
is
brother.
not the
Brother,
case-
slow down, man.
Wait a minute, wait,
No, I'm not waiting for anything. I have to
Brother,
say,
I'm here.
stop. It said that you need to explain. It said the sons of the stranger are going to serve you, and if they don't, they die. You need to directly explain
Can you
that.
please give me an opportunity
explain
to
that.
explain. Now, we already read in the book of Isaiah 56 where the
Brother,
Most High.
explain that verse right now, or stop talking to me.
Wait. We've
Brother,
already,
explain it, or I'm not talking to
What
you,
I'm-
brother. Explain it.
brother. What I'm
No.
trying to do. What I'm trying
Do you
to
want us
do.
to read you- we'll
What
read
I'm
you
trying to
again.
do
Let's
is
read it
read.
one more time.
What I'm trying to do is read to
Here's
you
what
in
you're trying to do.
context
What
of
you're
the
trying
scripture.
to do is save the same people who raped our foremothers and forefathers. That's what you're trying to do.
Let me
That's
ask you
what
a
you're trying to
question.
do. Is put
Let
a
me
cape on for the slave master.
let me ask you a
Now what
question.
you need to do is explain this Bible verse.
Allow
Because
me-
I'm explaining yours,
Allow
but
me
you
to-
won't explain mine.
Well, you really confirm what it is that I was
No,
saying
we're
in
going
the
to read
first
it
place.
line by line, explain what's going on. Isaiah 60 and 10.
Book of Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of the strangers.
Who's that?
It's the nations.
The non-Israelites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Shall build up thy walls.
What's that mean?
It means that they should be a part of Israel's administration and helping Israel build up its infrastructure. So I mean,
So they're the working class.
not all of them.
Where does it say that? Hold on, where does it say not all?
Well, let me ask you a question.
No, you don't get to ask me a question. You get to answer that question.
Well-
Where does it say not all? You have the burden of proof.
What, I don't understand what you're saying.
I just read a Bible verse that says
If
the
you-
sons of the stranger.
if you're
You're
saying-
saying it
if-
doesn't mean all.
If you're
you
saying,
have to prove that.
if you are saying all in context, then who are you including? Are you including the Indo-Europeans? You're including the Mexicans? You're including.
You said the nations.
You're-
You said the
Who
non-Israelites.
are you-
That's
who
I'm
are you
going off of
including?
what you said.
So you're saying that everybody
No,
that is
you
non.
said that.
So you're saying
No,
that.
you said that.
My brother, I'm just quoting what you said
No,
when I
I'm
pulled
quoting
it
what
up
you
here.
said. Read it one more time.
Not a
Let's
problem,
read it
brother.
again.
Not a problem, brother.
Yeah, let's read it one more time, brother. Isaiah 60 and 10.
Not a problem.
Back in Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of the strangers.
Who is that for the record? The sons of the strangers.
Continue to read.
No, who is it?
Continue
Tell
to
me
read
who it
the
is,
text.
brother.
Brother, please continue
No,
to read.
can
the
you
text.
answer the question, brother?
Please continue to read the
Who
text.
are the
and then
sons of the strangers?
Please continue to read.
Go ahead.
Do you recognize you're holding the whole program up just because you won't confirm who the sons of the strangers are, as you
Right.
already
I
have?
just told you it was the nation.
Is it all of them or is it some of them?
It's all of the nation.
Okay, thank you. That's all we wanted to
But
know.
what does that have to do with them being excluded from salvation? That's what I'm not.
Hold on. This is what we're finna get to. So as long as you answer the question, it's easy. We will walk to the finish line into the promised land together, brother.
Right.
That's all. That's all we're saying.
Before you finish that,
No, you can read it after, and I'll give you my word for that. You can read it afterwards.
I have
But
a
you will
dialogue.
not read it before we finish this, and you answer to what we just read.
Where are we going?
Isaiah 60. So let us know when you get there so we can continue. Go ahead, bro.
For the record, the brother just admitted it's all non-Israelites. With that understanding, let's read it now. Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of the strangers.
All non-Israelites
shall build up thy wall,
are going to build up our walls.
and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I
It
smote
said
them.
king, right?
Yes, they're kings.
So they're still in power.
What do you mean they're still in power? They have their
If it
own
says
rulers.
king, they're still in power, right?
What does that mean though?
So that means that they are giving acknowledgement, resources over into the nation of Israel. It doesn't mean that they're slaves.
Where's that? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just see. Go ahead.
God, it says, back from the top, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls.
For example, though, real quick, those kings, they're still a part of the nations, all the non-Israelites, right?
Well, it says the sons of the stranger.
Right. That means
we're
that's the kings
So
included.
we're not including the king's children. It
No.
says the sons of the stranger, so it's not specifying.
You said that's all non-Israelites, though.
It's not specifying who the son of the stranger is.
You said it's all
And
non-Israelites.
then we're talking about kings, so we acknowledge that they're still in power.
Let's
Do
keep
we not?
going.
It says, and their kings shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Who are the Gentiles right here?
It's the nation.
Is it all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So our gates are always going to be open so that all the Gentiles can bring their wealth to us. Okay. Keep going.
God. And that their kings may be brought for the nation and the kingdom that
Who's the nation right here? For the nation and kingdom.
Brother, it's already been established.
So I'm just making sure. I don't want you to switch it up.
But he didn't say that he was going to exclude
Hold
the
on.
nations
Slow
from-
down.
That's an
Slow
interpretation.
down. It's again because I don't want you to switch it up verse by verse.
All right, what verse
It's
we on
verse
now?
12. For the nation and kingdom. What nation is that right there? Who are the nations and kingdoms?
You're talking about everybody that is not Israelite.
Everyone.
Well, you're talking about the governmental faction in this context.
Okay. Do you know what the Hebrew word for nation is?
You're talking about it says king, so you're talking about
It says
government.
a kingdom. Okay, listen. A nation, right? Like you have the nation of Israel, right? So within the nation of Israel, are there kings and priests and judges? Yes, but the nation of Israel isn't just regulated to the king, the priest, and the judges. It's the entire nation.
That's right.
It's the Hebrew word goyim, which means nation, people. So it's the entire, from the top to the bottom. So when we go back to Isaiah 60:12, and it says the nation and kingdom. So you would have which is not a very good argument at all, but you would have a better argument if it said just the king and the kingship. It doesn't say that. It says the nation and the kingdom. If they will not what?
it says, for the nation and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
So how is that salvation? If they're being given forced labor.
Okay.
Were
now,
our ancestors given forced labor?
before
I got you. I promise you I'm gonna let you go. Were our ancestors given forced labor?
I don't understand.
Were our ancestors forced to work?
Was all of Israel given forced
Was
labor?
our ancestors?
Now, in certain
Stop it. Answer the question.
No,
Were
no, no,
black
no.
people forced to
Did
be enslaved?
Did the Most High said that He
Oh,
was going to
brother.
scatter the
King.
children of Israel to the four
King.
corners of the earth?
I will
Can you answer that first?
Watch
Yes
this.
or no?
If you answer my question,
Yes
I
or no?
promise I will answer your question. I give you my word. Were our ancestors forced to work? Yes or no?
Not all of them.
Okay, were a fair amount of them.
Not all of them.
I didn't ask you. I said a fair amount.
Not all of them.
Okay, well, the ones that were,
So-
what was that called?
And the reason why I
Hold
say
on,
that-
brother, the ones that were forced to work, what would you call that?
It was slavery.
Okay,
But
so
were they?
forced
But were they
labor
not?
is slavery.
But were they not slavery? Were they not slaves in Egypt?
Well, let me answer your other question,
Did
because
the
I
Most
said I
High
promised I would answer
say?
it.
Did the Most High say in the book?
Listen, real quick. You want to know something funny? I'm so glad you just asked the question that weren't they slaves in Egypt? And what were the slaves, the Israelite slaves in Egypt doing? They were building up their cities. That's somebody give me Exodus 1:11.
I mean,
So, no.
Well, I'm
We
arguing that.
no. What you're arguing is that in Isaiah 60, that when they build up our walls, that they're not slaves. You're on camera. I'm watching you.
it doesn't
No.
mean.
I'm not gonna sit here
It
and let
does
you
not-
unless you want to recant it.
It doesn't.
You're not gonna
mean-
say you didn't say
Brother,
it.
are you saying that you're talking about over 100 million people upon the earth? All of them are going to be in Jerusalem building walls for
No, sir.
Israel.
No, sir. No, sir.
Then what's your point?
Wait. We're talking about subjection and servitude. Are they, hold on. Are they all going to be
The
in
Mess-
Jerusalem
the Messiah is
or in
going-
Israel?
the Messiah-
No.
the Messiah
But they're going to be wherever in subjection and under the authority to Israel. as slaves and possessions are, which Isaiah had already said earlier in his writings in the 14th chapter.
Brother, it did not include, when we go back to Isaiah 56, what did it say? Let not the stranger say, behold, the Most High has utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. But for those that take hold of my covenant and do the things that I delight, I will bring them into my holy mountain, and I will give them a name better than of sons and daughters. So that is inclusive, brother. That is not exclusive. And I appreciate your time.